This video won't win any awards for quality, but hey, it's my first use of this new Coleman camp stove. All set up and ready to go. Turn the burner knob on, flick it with a lighter, probably any spark. Voila! I'm gonna start warming up my Dutch oven. Lodge really calls this a combo cooker. It's a deeper saucepan and a skillet that nest together and also sit well on top of each other. So it's not really a, it's a Dutch oven and what it can do. I can certainly put coals on top of it. And with a trivet, with some sort of stand, I can raise that up off and it can act like a proper Dutch oven. Lodge actually sells traditional style Dutch ovens. The kettle with a flanged lid, a kettle with a flanged top and a lid that goes on it. But REI didn't have any of those in stock, at least not in the size I wanted. I don't expect to ever actually really be cooking directly on campfires too much, if ever. Or if I do, I'll be putting it on a grate. So this approach will work fine for me. Well, the idea was to drop great big globs of biscuit dough, Bisquick dough, which will turn into biscuits, because I folded in chunks of butter. That helps make you a biscuit. I also put cheese in there. But to put globules of the dough onto the tin foil and into the pan. And then cover it with the skillet, making the Dutch oven. As you can see, I have a super glob. It didn't work. So we'll see how this turns out. And next time we'll just pour it into a baking pan and make one super biscuit instead of little biscuits. So it'll be more of a bread, a cheesy biscuit bread shape than a classic biscuit shape. But who cares? Time for the 10-minute check. I wonder if I can flip that successfully. Almost certainly not. Because it's really probably could use it. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's burning on the bottom. Nice color on the top though, so maybe it's done. Surface is not damp, not terribly hot either. Well, the top looks great, but I'm quite sure it's burnt on the bottom, and I suspect a lot. Well, I classify that as a failure. Look at that bottom. I guess there was, maybe I shouldn't have put a little bit of oil. I thought the oil would help keep it greased. Maybe I should put some parchment paper on the tin foil instead. Or maybe it's because the tin foil was directly on the surface of the Dutch oven. So it's just too damn hot. Pulled off a hunk. Well, it's baked. The charred bit isn't, well, you can tell it's a bit burnt, but it doesn't have a terrible taste. On the other hand, if my goal was a flaky, proper biscuit, I failed there. Definitely tastes the butter, but it's not really a biscuit, not in terms of the flakiness. Now, of course, that could be because I used Bisquick dough instead of flour and baking powder and lots of little bits of butter. Maybe I just didn't get it right. So maybe we'll have to try it again with the more traditional ingredients. There's a bit of cheese. I put 4 slices of cheese in this. I can tell it's there, but it needs more. I have no doubt that if I were to put this in coals and surround it completely, maybe have the biscuit dough raised off of the hot surface a little bit with some spacers. Maybe that would alleviate burning a bit. Maybe it was just too hot there. I have no idea how hot it was in there. But for a first go, I'd say it was a success.